Hey guys, I'm Stephen McLean and I'm from Trinidad and Tobago and I'm currently based here in the DMV area, mostly Washington DC and Maryland. Also, I'm a professional photographer. Alright guys, so you got your coffee, you got your drinks and you're all brewed up, you're all ready to go. Ooh. Alright, a few things you want to do when it comes to photography, a few key elements. If you want to get better at it, I recommend learning your camera. It can be an old camera, it can be whatever you have right now, the best cameras which you have. Learning to master your camera to me is quite crucial. I get this question all the time, how do I better my photography? I always tell fellow photographers or inspiring photographers to just learn your camera. Learn the settings, learn the strengths and weakness of that device, and take lots of images. If you're just sitting there talking about random stuff, you're not taking images. Take images of any random thing. For me, sports car. I hope you guys can hear that. For me, I start off taking self-portraits and then I move on over to start shooting friends and family. And then as my journey continued, models start reaching out to me. I started reaching out to models. I'll pop on my 60D right here. Oh, this camera's so old, but I love her so much. She's old, but she's sexy, you know? It's like that old vintage car, you know? About to go on a little bit of rant here, but it's a good rant. It's a 60D and I just love this camera so much. I know there's other cameras and I've made a video about this already, but this camera, man, what is about you that you spark that? You know what it is? You know what it is? And this is really good for this video actually. A lot of new cameras are coming out these days with 1000 autofocus points, dual pixel, Megatron, you know, this and that and the other. Did I just say Megatron? You damn right I said Megatron. Technology, right? But I feel like the more you have in the camera, this is actually really good. I'm glad I brought this up. The more features you have in the camera, to me it makes you a lazy creator. Does that make sense to you? So what I mean by that is that say for instance the 60D, right, that I'm shooting with right now, I also have a 6D Mark I. These cameras are pretty good. This is like the big brother of the 60D. Full frame crop sensor. Technically 20 megapixels, 18 megapixels. There's not much difference, but it's quite large in terms of video quality, and I love this because it's good for professional work. I use it mostly for videos, but it takes really good images, by the way. Moving on, 9 autofocus points. How much does it have? Roughly about 11 or so, I believe. The Canon 5D Mark III, 5D Mark IV have a gazillion autofocusing points, which is all good and dandy and all, but I feel like as you go along you rely too much on those autofocus points. It kind of hinders your creativity because the first thing you do, autofocus points, you want to nail it and you want to get better at it, right? The first thing you do, oh, don't worry about it, the autofocus point is going to take care. Whereas the 60D, the 6D Mark I has fewer autofocus points. Now you got to actually really learn how to composite your shots and line up your shots correctly. To me, that's training within itself. For me, less is more. This is why I stick with these older vintage cameras, because it makes you a better photographer. You don't rely too much on the technology part of it. You mostly rely on your own actual skill. And this actually trains you to have skill if you don't have any. No shade thrown. To better photography, you also gotta learn how to retouch. If you don't know how to retouch, there's always other ways to do it. You can learn on YouTube. You can go on Fiverr.com and have someone else there do it for you. I prefer not to go that way. I already learned my own way and do it the way I want to. So learning Lightroom and learning Photoshop have really helped me along in my photography process. I feel like all photographers should learn at least the basics when it comes to retouching, high pass filters, dodge and burn, stuff like that, because there's not always a professional retoucher there at your aid, knocking at your door to come save you every single time. So being self-efficient is really helpful for your craft. And time management too, not to mention you save a lot of money. So I reckon you learn how to retouch, learn how to dodge and burn, stuff like that. Just the general basics, just to do it. Another thing you need to learn to do is learning to have patience. A lot of photographers that I've seen, they want to rush the model when they're posing. Don't do this, pose this way. Come on, hurry. We gotta go. No, slow it down. Slow it down. Look, it's just you and the model. You guys interacting. You, the model, the foreground, the background. There's no one else there but just you two. Treat it like a one-on-one session where a client and a therapist is just having a grand old chat. Talk to the model nicely, instruct them, but don't tell them exactly what they want to do, because you don't want to come off too bossy. Give them feedback. Hey, you're doing a great job. I really like that pose. Do you mind doing it again? Communicate with your model, communicate with your subject, and things will run a lot smoother. The minute you start noticing your model is acting a little bit shy or they're not posing right, is because at the end of the day, somehow you've made them feel uncomfortable. And you don't want that with your model. So another quick tip, always stay focused on your model. Keep the interaction between the both of you and keep it nice and simple, and at the end of the day, have a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button, and I'll see you on Instagram or right here on YouTube. Stay sharp and stay in focus. Yeah.